Monday. Something's different. Everything turned white. Traction, good. Enough. Legs feel good. We're gonna summit. See you in the next bit. Probably only a millimeter or two of snow, but still nice, right? I like it. I always feel revitalized after this type of weather. Seems to give me more energy. Why is that? And yet people are taught to avoid, anything that's out of the comfort zone, right? Oh well, another one of life's mysteries. If you want it to be, or just let it be, right? No need to prove it. Just do it, right? Here it comes. Here comes our bright star sun. Hello. What is that word? Foreboding? It looks a little bit forbidden, a little bit dark down there. You know why? People say, oh, you don't want to live in the mountains, you get snow, right? But look at the first bit of snow and it's nice and bright. But down in the valley, I'm about 700 meters here. And those guys are, about probably 500 below that. Look, there's no snow, nothing to reflect the light. Look, it's just dull. No vegetation, all the green's gone. Suckers, valley dwellers. Well, I hope everyone had a good Sunday. I kind of keep my Sundays open, it's like optimistic Sundays, I call it. The idiot optimist. But, sometimes you like to keep your schedules open, It must be part of my ancestors thing, right? People used to like, oh, I wonder who's going to drop by. It's Sunday, right? People just don't do that anymore, do they? I mean, maybe some people do. I don't know. It isn't a thing with the people I know. Wow, look at this. Very nice. It's kind of chilly. -1-ish. I would estimate the wind possibly 10 kilometers an hour, approximately. Yeah. Oh, my finger's frozen. Oh, star of mine, oh, star of mine. Keep burning bright, but don't burn us. Yeah, look at that. Much dingier down there. You can see the line of snow. And again, we're looking that way, is up towards Jasper. That way. Oh, my fingers. I can hardly move them. I did bring gloves. They're in my pack. I also brought a down vest in my pack. You stay quite warm if you keep moving, right? But if you don't, you die. So, in order to survive, I'll see you in the next clip. And a dyslexic S. Enjoy! Oh. Big head zoom. That snow sure does brighten it up. It kind of lights your way to springtime in Canada, right? Without the snow, it gets pretty dreary. Without the green, without the snow. Hello. Without the snow. Hello, hello, hello. There's the compound, Krieger's facility. First tracks. On this Monday. Oh, here we go, here we go. One old big wooden pole here, that's weird. Looks like the compound is secure. I've been doing part-time security work here up at Krieger's lab. You were waiting for me to say something else, weren't you? Oh. That's hilarious. Oh, this crisp, snowy air is like, I think snow is like nature's cocaine or something like it. Because it's white and because it's invigorating and it can kill you. The only difference is you just have to go out and walk on it, which is way better. And it's free. Free if you live here. Wow, look at all this. Hey, there we go, down there again. Marijuana factory. It's also some kind of a wood processing place. And the rest of Kamloops, meeting of the waters. Hometown of the honey badger and the northern blonde. When I refer to northern blonde, I'm referring to a type of breed, a lighter colored Sasquatch. You know what I'm saying, brother? Yeah, do your research, right? Do your research. That's all I can say. Let's go. You see those guys behind me? I just passed 3 guys and they looked like they were wearing like astronaut suits. I don't know. They must work up at the lab. I just said, you guys look awfully official. And they just kind of looked at me. Because it's kind of odd to see people like walking up in official astronaut suits up here. Usually the guys that work up in those labs, they drive up in pickup trucks. Ah, who knows? Who knows? What do I know about that? It's just a rare occurrence anyway. Or it could have been, I thought it was maybe the FBI. Oh, here's another one. I better turn this off. That last guy, he still didn't tell me where he worked, right? He just said, you know, they're very secretive. Wow. Very secretive. He said it was just his work clothes. But when do you see anybody in today's age traveling by foot at work? People don't do anything. Well, some people do. But those guys didn't look like they were up here for exercise, put it that way, right? Do, 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 do. It's getting super boring. I wasn't joking. I'm still thinking about real soon, real soon, real soon, real soon, real soon, real soon. Maybe you know what I mean, maybe you don't. I mentioned it in my last video. Crunch of the snow. Must go. Crunch of the snow. Must go. Crunch of the snow. Must go. It's true, man. Obviously. Let's go. So obvious. Why am I the only one who can see it? What's that word? Scenic? I like how the snow fades in and out. And the corn flakiness of the ground. The fine dusting as we call it, of snow. Dusting. More power lines. Do 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 do. Can you see my rod? Can you see my rod? Look, I can see it. Isn't this fun? Don't you feel tall right now? Look at me, I'm trotting downhill, making it look easy. Downhill helps. There's my rod. Look at this. Hello. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Remember that cereal, Captain Crunch, that sticks in your teeth? That's such good cereal. And that other real crunchy one, what's that one? Frosted Flakes. That's why sugar will always be king when it comes to cavities. Recommended by dentists everywhere. Now we've come from cabin fever to cabin trail. I guess I couldn't think of another name, hey? Well, let's just, cabin, house, well, you know, it's easier this way. Yeah, so here's this authentic cabin. What people don't know, by the crudeness of the roof, this was not built by humans. This was built by Sasquatches. Quite possibly the northern blonde. Sometimes they'll leave their young in here, so we got to be careful. They tend to make themselves basically invisible. Remember I told you before, they don't have bones? Never find Sasquatch bones, will you? Another fun fact. Do your fact checking, please. Woo! Woo! Have a little fun out there, my friends. Go for a hike. Go talk to the squirrels. Go hunting for the northern blonde. I just turned the camera on. I heard something that sounded very weird. Like some kind of a bear or something. If I get mauled right now and you happen to see the video, that means I survived. Or somebody, well, you know what I mean. Could it possibly survive? At least the bear didn't eat the camera, right? I'm not too worried about bears. But you hear about it sometimes. What would make a nice, kind bear want to attack somebody? Were there perhaps people in the area being, what's that word I love to use that people don't like to hear? If you spell it with a K, you know, it's not so bad. Being a cunt to the bear, right? You know, bears aren't like vengeful people. They aren't even people at all, for that matter. But they're not greedy. Bear just wants his forest back, probably. Give me my forest. And the food that used to live in the forest. I'm just hungry, brother. I don't mean to eat you. I don't mean to the poor people that got munched up by the bears. Well, be careful around those hungry, starving bears. Yeah, nature's not shy about telling you, you know, if we're not doing something right, you know. It's all around us, right? Nature adapts, right? Oh, look at all those deer tracks. We're part of nature. We can adapt, or we can reverse engineer, or whatever we got to do. We're just as smart as the average bear or cat, I guarantee it. At least in some ways. See this? Up in Canada, see these white little things? That's salt. They put that on the road to melt the ice. See all those little speckles? Melting the ice. It doesn't have to be very, just around, you know, it can be below freezing and the ice will still melt. Fun fact from Canada. Too bad all that salt gets melted into all the water. Oh well. Like most things in the modern world, they'll worry about it until it's a really big problem. Then they'll worry about it. Right? Oh, we all know what salt is. It's good on a hamburger. Or a Beyond Beef burger. Hi, brother. What's going on, brother? Okay.